shelves. Oh, those
Except you're
shelves.
not doing green
No.
screen yet.
I still am not doing green screen, and I have not really gotten far into shelf.
Oh well.
Oh well, indeed. But yeah, with my many issues I have with this game, the soundtrack is none of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Comet. Welcome back to the show. I mean, that is a general. No, is it a Capcom? What is the relationship between Capcom and Nintendo? Are they just doing a lot of license work for them, or?
Basically, Capcom is a game dev, and they occasionally license games to Nintendo.
Ah,
They also license them to other systems.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay, because I was wondering, like, is this maybe because Nintendo games have a very good track record on pretty good soundtracks, so.
I mean, if you've played any of the Devil May Cry games, those have pretty good soundtracks too. They're
They-
also Capcom.
Ah, I see.
Bayonetta, I think, is Capcom, or at least it was the same guy that worked on the Devil May Cry. So I have games mixed up.
Maybe there's also the thing that you could say that Japanese computer games have pretty good soundtracks.
Yeah, some more than others, I guess.
Yeah, and then again, that probably holds true for American ones just as well.
Plus, the weird thing about the Devil May Cry games is they are originally in English, just with Japanese subtitles for the Japanese releases.
That is something
Yeah,
weird.
I bought the Japanese version of Devil May Cry 1 years ago and was surprised to find the voice acting was the same.
Yes, leave it then. I'm going to suffer because I'm going to continue playing this particular
It's
game.
okay, he's got cola with him.
Exactly.
Nice refreshing
Cola.
glass of cola. With a bit of vanilla flavor.
It's very true. Oh boy, somebody was generous.
Love it. Put less for me.
Okay. It could also be like that it's
Ziva says we're more quiet than normal.
quieter than normal.
Hmm.
All we both.
Both of us are just me.
Okay, let me.
So I'm far away from the mic.
But yeah, it is actually not as high as it usually. Okay, wait. Let me get the mic a little bit closer in. Hello, hello. And I did regulate it down a little bit because it was pretty loud for the last awkward cast.
Yeah, you were kind of peeking a bit last time. When I first joined, I thought it was
okay.
my headphones, so I didn't say anything. But then
Was
when I
like,
was,
why did you tell? But then again, you were also a little bit later.
yeah, and then when I was watching it back later, I realized, nope,
Yep.
it was not my headphones.
Nope.
It was just the recording.
It did. It was.
Hey, Enigma.
So I went in there and no, not troubleshooting, just the volume, Jesus. So yeah, I turned it down a little bit, but so yeah, if we are quieter, I guess I can put us up in here again. Haha, ho ho, not yet in the red. Ooh, haha.
Balancing.
Hee ha 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 ha.
Oh,
Oh, I
that
see a
was
little bit of red.
See you
Haha. Okay, that's
That
cool.
sounds fun.
I would say this is not peaking yet.
All right.
So I guess we are ready. So last time on Gaming and Ties, Phoenix Wright, Angel devolved the details to the SL9 case and how it affected her, Marshall and Goodman. Max wasn't so meek with Meekins, who was charged with the crime. Yet the officer dealt with someone who had Goodman's ID, and Marshall is not so good as an evidence security sheriff. But inside said evidence room was blood and important clues. How will all this culminate into exposing the true mastermind? Stay tuned and find out on Gaming in Ties. Excellent. And thanks Enigma for the opening recap. Because yay, we are back indeed. And of course I have suppressed my memory where we are even at. So let's find out together. Are we still in the evidence room? Oh, yep, we are still there. Oh, right. See, I saved in a good moment. I it worked.
So you remember.
or rather, I get like pushed into it with my nose first, like, oh, I might want to continue this dialogue now.
Dun, dun.
Okay, let's see. Cusco. That was a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder. A serial killer. Oh my. A serial killing. Maybe I don't want to get involved in it this after all. I mean, how long? How long was it? 2 years ago?
I think it was more. I think it was 5 years ago.
5 years ago, okay. But relatively not too long ago, like certain other events in the previous case.
Yeah, it wasn't like 10 or 12 or whatever it was.
But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him.
And this was 2 years ago?
Ah.
No, it was 2 years ago.
That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transfer the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is.
Huh? What do you mean?
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see?
So that switchblade knife.
The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Hey pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? It's just Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to have to give my report for the day. What is a restaurant? What's a restaurant map?
Oh no.
I might help you. It might help, you know.
A report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer?
The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth here talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe?
I think that flyer's a reference to the next game.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about meeting him in this game.
Thank goodness. I'm off, pal. Later. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, he'll be in his office now.
Oh. Ah. I guess there's nothing left to examine in here, then?
I mean, I can check the thing if you want.
I don't think so.
I made sure I had it handy.
That's good. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to examine anything here. Oh, I actually need to go through here.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to talk to you either. Everybody go away. Ah. New time means new stuff.
Yep.
Oh! The bellboy. He's oh god, what? I probably gave him a Bob the Butler voice, didn't I?
Probably.
I mean... guests, my apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave so long. I beg your leave.
That's
so
a way of
long.
saying I'm going to leave.
Ah, okay.
You're being super fancy.
Is Edgeworth here?
There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand.
How could we not see him? If he would actually be there standing at the window.
Well, he blended in with the curtains.
I guess.
And the pot with the ascot.
And I see he has many teacups in his hand right now. Why bring it explicitly up that he holds the teacup? Is his character model doesn't hold a teacup?
Because I can't, put that much effort into it. They want us to imagine.
Then make it a text novel, like like those good old Commodore games where it's just text.
No, it's a visual novel with pictures. It's visual novel with pictures.
Then put effort into the effing pictures. Right. He has a hotel. Bring him tea service.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry?
I am. By the way, Detective Gunshoe was looking for you. Yes, he brought me the latest information, it seems.
Really? Was it helpful?
Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him.
I guess there's not much to examine in this, Oh wait, did something change about the chessboard? It's no longer a spiky
No,
one
it still
in
looks
the
the same to me.
Oh, okay.
It's still red pieces surrounding it, a blue piece.
Inquiry committee. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation.
Concealing evidence?
Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times, ever since that case 2 years ago. Tomorrow's trial. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened. They gave control of the investigation over to the police department.
The police department?
Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you, why? All along I have done only what I believed is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still... Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. I can't do anything else, so I guess I have to present something. Present! Okay, let's see. Take evidence from the SL9 incident, extremely thin rubber glove. Jar picked back together from fragments found at the crime scene. A piece is missing. Okay. Only the assigned detective pins can unlock it. This seems more like a trial relevant thing to catch somebody in a statement. Nothing that I can really show to him. Oh, Edgeworth. Ooh! I could show him that and ask him what he did there.
That's true.
It's true. Presenting that to him. Oh, right. I'd better check this now. As I was saying, what's this? A record of ID cards usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Oh my god, trial music!
Why, Mr. Edgeworth?
Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. Not suspicious at all, good chief, who has... But then again, there was something... I recall that something happened last episode that... I mean, he was super suspicious to me from his first appearance. Mm-hmm. But last episode, there was something which made me think like, maybe the chief is sincerely interested in it getting solved. Okay. Or he's just really full of himself, you never know. But yeah. So, but now he's back on my radar. It's like, he sends potential people into the evidence room right before a crime happened. So, is he just making my life harder because he's an asshole? Or is he trying to play the chess pieces against each other?
No, that's Edgeworth playing the chess pieces against each other.
Oh, Edgeworth,
word right there.
Gant. They look so similar. They basically are the same person.
I mean, they're both warm colors, you know. They wear a lot of warm colors.
Yeah, true. But yeah. Oops. The chief of police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbing, I brought this back here.
Can I ask what kind of case it was?
I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I'd better make a note of it. Unrelated evidence. Screwdriver added to the court evidence. Evidence from a past case of Edgeworth, brought back to his office by grand request. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Okay. I don't know. Maybe let's try this one. Oh right, the thing was that the person didn't know Goodman's ID number. Whatever. Let's see if he has anything. Right, please. I am the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very polite manner.
Whose side are you on anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, like the card thing.
Is this a best evidence? But yeah, I mean, best evidence is probably a piece of evidence.
Yeah, just saying you can only get a react to certain things.
Yeah.
Like usual.
Okay, what about the glove? Not that I think that the glove is any better than the damn urn. Oh. There was a bing sound. But it was a dismissive dialogue. Why was there a bing sound in the dismissive dialogue? Okay.
He was being very,
Maybe. Let's pester him about the thing he just told me about and didn't want to say anymore.
Yeah, we'll drive it in.
Say it again. You don't expect. Oh, the ping sound just happened there, even so it's completely misleading. So was this card the only? I mean, showing him this card got me another item for my inventory, so I guess that's a positive thing.
I can check.
I mean, you can check if there's something else before I just go through every... Exactly, if I go through every single piece of evidence to the annoyance of the audience and mostly me.
Yes, there is something.
God damn it. Okay, I go for the knife. Nope, not the knife. Yeah. What? What? Shit! He started it like his dismissive dialogue.
Whoops.
Fuck. Shit. Where's the back button?
There isn't one.
He started it. Why? Why do you have him start his action progression dialogue with the lit? I hate this game. You are the man who received the most memory of my life. Whatever came before that. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. Okay. He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth. Why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Oh, I probably now have new talk options.
Yep.
So let's show this again to him and see if I can recreate the dialogue. Here, it starts. I know you. You've probably got hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident, and some darkest suspicion you were wrapped up in? Or dark suspicion? Man who reaps one family. Okay. Yeah. Buddy. Okay. Now we can talk to him again. Sure. Let me out of here. Talk again. Wait, did I show him the screwdriver? Yeah, I showed him the screwdriver,
Yep,
and he
it
gave
didn't
me the
work.
silent treatment. Okay, allegations of forgery. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killer case. The head of the investigation was a deputy chief of police at the time.
Actually,
Damon
hang on
Gant.
just a sec to humor me. Can you scroll up on the scroll wheel on the mouse? Okay.
Oh, you were
The
hoping
name
that it
claims
might.
that there is a function to see it, but I don't remember where it is.
It might actually also be somewhere in the. Like if I go in here, skip text, screen cap, vibrate, no.
It must be a feature they added in the later games.
Profiles, back. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Damon Gant. Damon
Damon
Gant. Ah, okay, his name is Demon. Yeah, he's a bad guy.
So judgy, jeez.
That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too. Then he was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous.
Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edwards?
What I want to know is why the deputy chief of police was a deputy chief of police on the investigation. In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something.
My sister? What?
If you were still studying forensic science,
Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today Mr. Wright and I were using this.
luminal testing fluid. Well then, you might have No, I don't want to have.
More toys!
No, take it away. I don't wanna.
Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints?
It's been chemically treated for better adhesion.
For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know?
I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and the fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks? What about giving these to Detective Gumshoe? How about giving these to Detective... I mean, he is officially, canonically incompetent, so... And while Phoenix is not really what I would describe as competent, he is less incompetent and therefore more competent than Gumshoe.
Everything is relative.
Exactly. Oh my, Phoenix will definitely thank Edgeworth later.
Evidently, yes.
Recover fingerprints from handprints for comparison with fingerprint files.
Hey, have we seen any handprints?
Hmm.
Well, let's get going. One last investigation.
Right. Well, I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Also, all this hand holding. I don't know how I feel about it. Can I use it on evidence that I already have?
I don't remember.
Probably not. Fucking court record. Okay, rotate, back, zoom in, zoom out.
I mean, if you could probably start it the same way you do the other thing.
How do I do it? Oh right, it has an extra
just
button
go.
prompt, doesn't it?
Yeah, just go to your regular court record.
But yeah, the button prompts do not change at the bottom. Oh, wait! Oh,
Yeah,
this
that's
is...
the luminol.
Oh! Oh, now... Nope.
Okay.
No button prompt. Oh, bother. Well, I guess I move the longest way again. With chances of actually getting legitimately lost. Because there is no proper indication where one goes, how, when, whoa, we.
Keep rolling.
Keep rolling. Oh my, time is ticking. Anybody in here? Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Ta-da!
Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker.
Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed
I
that
thought he gave it to her.
every fucking police investigation should already have, and you would think that somebody already...
Choose a finger. How about the middle one?
A finger?
Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left the clearest print.
That would be probably the index finger. Because the thumb actually on this seems to be sideways, so the thumb would not be... It's the thickest one, but still.
Yeah.
I don't think if the print on the side of a thumb is that useful.
I mean, when they take your fingerprints, they have you rolled around.
That's
a little
true.
bit,
Yeah, it's obviously index or thumb,
but...
but yeah. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. How not? How can you not tell the difference between this half-transparent cut-off piece of non-evidence? How much coke
Quit
is left?
procrastinating and choose a finger. She says what I'm thinking.
I noticed. I'm not happy with that. Wait. Okay, it's not following the... Oh, let's try this one.
Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done.
Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes.
First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around.
Huh? How do you do that?
With enter, see?
No, this is not how sprinkling works.
Remember, this was designed for the DS.
Yeah, so you
So
actually
you
did a
tap
little
it
bit of...
with your stylus.
Ah, it looks like that did the trick.
The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print.
Whoa.
Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Oh, how do you do that? Because the DS had a microphone.
Huh? How do I do that?
No, this is a legit question. Like I said, the original had a microphone.
With E!
Okay.
Exciting, I know. Imagine you are blowing out a candle on a birthday cake. Oh wait, that's actually your line.
Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See?
Wow! That looks like fun! Who of you is the immature minor again, Phoenix?
You're only as old as you feel, Max.
I'm feeling
You
very
should know
old right
very
now.
well. You should know that perfectly well, usually.
I might take some getting used to though.
Blowing a little bit of aluminum dust away doesn't require getting used
If
to.
you're doing it onto your DS, it does. You're not used to. Not every game requires you to use the microphone to blow into it. Some did, but it was a new feature to the game. Gotta remember the context, Max. Historical context.
Yeah.
It's fine. I want to go up your nose or anything.
It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright.
I guess I better give it a try. Enter. 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 Enter.
Yeah.
E. 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 E.
More.
I tried more.
More dust.
Oh. Enter. 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 Enter.
There it is.
Enter. Enter.
Hear
Enter.
it?
Enter. Enter, enter,
More
enter.
at the tip, more at the tip.
This
Top,
tip?
the top.
Oh, the top. The top tip.
Tip the top.
Oh, enter, enter, enter.
Okay, now you.
Blow.
Aha, you did it. You found one.
But, oh, but this looks nothing like a fingerprint.
Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't.
What does it mean?
I think it means we're out of luck.
Out of luck?
The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves.
What? Wait, what? I picked the shittiest of the fingerprints and it didn't even matter. Don't tell me we have been wasting our time. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
He's saying what you're thinking.
I could be playing Stories Untold or what other fun games have I lined up and not touched because I wanted to keep them for streaming for you guys.
But instead we're playing this.
Hey look, the game is still talking for us.
Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints?
Other prints?
Looking at the locker door again closely, seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well.
Have they been there the entire time or are they just shitting us now?
I don't know. I think it was just zoomed in on that or something.
Also, it's covered by the text bandana,
Also
so...
Let's see if we can find a clear print.
Fingerprints outside the blood. Ooga, ooga, ooga. So, about... Oh, it's not even allowing me to... I picked the shittiest one. And it was like, hey, this is still progress.
It was still enough for you to tell that it wasn't a fingerprint.
Enter, 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 enter.
Captain around too.
Ah? Do I, though?
To get the whole print, yes.
Blow! What, this is not enough? Jesus.
Nope, more to the bottom right, maybe the top.
Blow! Oh, don't tell me that I actually need to fill it in completely. How often do I have to use this mechanic in this game?
This case.
Yeah, in this case.
I don't remember.
Blow! Could we please accept this as a valid...
I don't know. It still looks blurry to me.
Ah, finally.
Yay! A print
Thank
so
you.
clear it's dazzling.
Dazzling?
Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away.
So, we are not done yet? This is quite a process. I wanted to learn law, but oh no, comparing a single print with a catalog is so much work.
I'm not going to give him a new drink just yet. He still hasn't finished this one.
Don't dare me. I
I'm
am
not daring you.
German.
I'm merely stating a fact.
I can hold my liquor.
Enigma's the one saying that you need a drink, another one.
Huh?
So you skipped past part of my line.
Oh.
And not knowing who the owner is, right?
I guess she's right.
Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth, and point out the person you think left these prints.
Huh? How am I supposed to know it was?
You don't have to use
Is he
that
getting
voice.
stupider throughout the game?
It could be a different writer for this compared to the other dialogue in the game.
But I mean, still, the character as himself. Like, I mean, okay, often enough he doesn't know certain laws or who is in charge
They're
of certain...
introducing the player to this brand new mechanic on a more sophisticated system. He's being a proxy for the audience.
then, as part of the audience, I feel talked down to.
That's because it's many years later. And you're used to this kind of shit.
No, I mean, like, feeling, like, the immersion is... Anyways.
Could make a pretty good guess.
Bloody handprint and fingerprints are in different places, right?
Yes.
That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case.
Why am I even looking at it then?
So, whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker?
That of a police person, because it's a police... Oh my, okay. Funny who is in this file, so...
Everyone related to the case.
Yeah, but... Wait, how is she in the database? Emma. How is Emma in the database?
Her sister is a high prosecutor. Probably got her fingerprints done for safety in case she was ever kidnapped.
Of course it's him. Who else? I mean, let's just double check for... Yeah, it's very, very clear. Also, so... Let's see. He has a distinctive yin-yang swirl in the middle. She has a pretty bland one. Pretty bland one. Pretty bland. Oh, she has actually a little loop-de-loo in the middle. Very different shape from anything we have seen so far. Also very distinct split thing in the middle. Also kind of distinct compared to the sisters ones. Oh, and there we have another boring one. I wonder if I can tell whose fingerprints are actually relevant in the game by their boringness, but compare. Comparing. Oh no! Wait. Did I, as Phoenix Wright, now go through the folder and compare them, or did I have a high-tech computer running over it and comparing it for me?
Both.
Uh-huh.
You chose which one the computer had to look at.
What computer?
Your Palm Pilot.
What Palm Pilot?
Don't worry about it.
Leap dared me. Yes, she did. Look at the chat.
She likes to instigate stuff.
She does. Now, do I want to listen?
Are you going to listen to an almost 15-year-old
Edgy
just
teenage-
because it's Pride Month?
I mean, we have to do what she says for the entire month. That's how the rules are.
I mean, I don't think we have to do what they say. We just gotta respect them.
But I also respect them the other 11 months, so...
Well, there you go. Not everyone does. Some people don't. But so, you don't have to drink it.
It's true. At least it's so.
Ah-ha!
Oh. So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look.
I guess that probably because I was thinking, so what?
Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time.
Oh no, she is doubling down.
Mm-hmm.
No, not she. She.
Oh. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. That's science. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. That is science.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, yes, having hypothesis not being confirmed is part of science, but anyways. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Really, there was?
Other side.
Huh?
Slide right, left. Same. Wasn't there one that appeared that would have been wiped away when you guys did the liminal fluid? Check your map.
Check my...
Remember she marked all the places that you found with blood?
Yes, she did.
Oh, wait, to the right.
Oh, but here's a... No, that's just how it works. But this is... Yep.
Yeah, these are all the places you found blood.
Yeah, so, back. Oh, out of here. Slide. So you were right about sliding here.
Yep, so was that one.
This is where I got aluminum fluid reaction, right?
Right, there was a handprint here. Okay, want to try using this?
No. There go her eyes sparkling again. Leave it be. Then we can just move on to the next trial, right?
Nope.
The game will...
You can't continue until you do the steps.
I mean, technically, there's only a singular day in this game, and eventually the time needs to run out, right?
No. It's narratively...
Okay,
narratively
check for
generated.
print.
Linked or whatever. That's the spirit! Oh, but I have to warn you about something first.
What?
The area with the blood was wiped away, right?
We only ended up finding it using chemical means.
Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too.
Oh, right. So, that means no prints.
You say the probability of your hypothesis is high?
Don't ask me.
Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away.
Ah, because they wiped the blood, but maybe they missed the prints that were not bloody.
Aha!
Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. Well, maybe where the rest of the hand would have been.
Yeah, makes sense.
You could at least try to make a difficult game by... It's a singular spot on the entire thing that lights up. I mean, given how absolutely frustrating and annoying and tedious this process is, by the way, I found a better technique.
I mean, it's a little easier when you're just tapping your finger with the stylus
Probably.
than having to scroll around the screen.
Whee!
Yeah, this is basically what I did with my stylus. I would fill up as much space as I possibly could until I ran out of dust.
Wait, you can run out of dust?
Maybe that's later games.
Whee!
Spoilers, she will make a reappearance in the later games.
Thank goodness I will never
After the
know.
trilogy.
I gave it my best shot.
That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it?
Oh, will it? I had just solved a 2,000 piece puzzle where the pieces all had the same color printed on it. I can solve that. But it doesn't look like we'll get clearer results from this print.
Okay, let's try a different finger then.
Wait, what? No! No, this was fine. Is this the same one? Here's another one hidden.
Ah,
Hit me with your best spot. Best shot, by the way, not best spot.
I know. Yeah, fill that screen.
Oh yeah, I'm filling it good with all the good white goodness. Oh yeah.
Okay, now you're just making it weird.
I'm splashing my white all over the place. Oh yeah,
Stop while you're behind.
I'm filling it up. Oh, I'm filling it all up. Oh yeah, baby. How do you like
How
that?
much do tickets back to the US cost right now?
Really? In this? I hate you so much, game. I hate you so much.
Didn't get the edges enough. I like these games.
That would be, if I remember correctly, the sheriff.
Damn, you got a good memory.
Why do I waste memory space for this game?
Get through it faster.
Fair point. Hey, these fingerprints, they... Wait, which voice is this? This is not Phoenix.
Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know?
It's Officer Marshall.
Ta-da! Huh? Officer Jake Marshall?
Marshall's fingerprints added to the court record.
That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime.
Because how do you... What? Emma. This is definitely decidedly different from Detective Gunshoe's print. The luminol reaction. The blood on the fingerprint, the blood and the fingerprints are in the same place.
Oh!
So we have Jack Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain.
Why would Officer Marshall?
It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results.
You know, Max, that was just karma. You made a joke about splashing white stuff and the game kicked you in the nuts for it.
Yeah. It hurts. But yeah. I guess this is what you would call decisive evidence. Of what? I mean, okay, in this universe, just being
definitely
slightly...
places him there with blood.
Yeah, and in this universe, just slightly being associated to a case is normally enough to get you executed, so I guess this counts as decisive evidence.
I don't believe it.
One of the handful of characters that I got to know in this case is actually the suspect.
Well, she already knew him for a while.
Oh, right.
She knew him from when she was younger, 2 years ago. I mean, she was younger 2 years ago. So were you?
Technically, well, no, I don't want to save my progress.
You're older than you've ever been, and now you're even older, and now you're even older, and now you're
Don't
even
remind
older.
me. Can I get a little bit younger again?
No.
Oh.
Doesn't work that way.
So this was a great
Time waits
The
for
thing
no
is,
one.
it's day 2, right? It's day 2 of the trial. So it's still too early. So it obviously is not Marshall. Marshall was probably doing what he has been doing the entire time with Bella, with Angel Star. Angel Star?
Yeah.
Angel Star. Namely, being still pissed about the shit that went down 2 years ago and messing with the current case and making things worse. Because that's what those two bubbling fools keep doing.
Bubbling or bumbling?
Both.
Okay. They didn't strike me as the bubbling type. So what do you think, Mr. Wright?
I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all,
The victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed.
I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning.
We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So, how'd it go? It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma.
So, she confessed to committing one half of the murder. Like, I am a murdering monster. Haha, I'm a killer. And now they are like, well, we will not get your head for the murder you admitted to if you tell us this magic trick that happened.
Also, looks like maybe just realized you're old enough to be her dad.
I might have noticed this before, darling.
Yep.
But yeah.
But Lana, don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are.
Why did you admit that you murdered them? Miss Sky. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall.
What kind of trace evidence?
Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you?
In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall?
We have to play the cards we are dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky?
Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. Ah, yes. I remember when I was a kid, I used to make fun of my dad for being so old. He was a fossil.
You still do that.
Yep. But he was in his 30s back then.
You mean like me?
Yep. And me.
Also true.
I have come full circle.
It's true.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skull.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is...
I'm afraid you'll have to clarify.
It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office, yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time.
That's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared.
Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car.
Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present imperial evidence. Today I'll present evidence related to the murder at the police department.
Is that imperial or empirical?
Probably empirical?
Yeah, probably.
In so doing, I believe the way I wish we should proceed will reveal itself.
Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself.
And that's supposed to be admirable trait?
Let the trial resume.
We were both wrong. It was impartial.
Oh!
I missed it on screen, so.
And I can't read apparently.
It's English. It's not your native language.
Exactly, I will use this excuse until I die. Good thing that I don't have to read a lot of German out loud, because otherwise my alibi would fall apart.
I was going to try to defend you and say I messed up reading German often enough, but hey, you know.
Yeah.
We'll not bring Japanese into this because that's a whole other beast.
Okay, you see, when it comes to kanji, I actually can't read them.
Me either.
Okay.
I've forgotten most of the kanji I learned back in the day. I only remember the simple ones.
Oh well.
I remember the phonetics, but the kanji? Nope.
On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness on the day of the day to the stand.
For the first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police... Oh god, no. No!
The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer?
Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. I already feel my blood pressure rising just seeing him.
And I am learning how to speak Denglish, you could even say.
Oh yeah, that's actually true. And also, what's it called? The slang German. Kiezdeutsch,
I
basically.
wouldn't say I've learned it.
I mean, we're watching Turkish für Anfänger,
That
so...
doesn't mean I'm following what he actually says.
True,
It's
we-
enough to repeat any of it.
True, we have to pause, and I have to always translate when he does this.
Especially when he's talking.
Will the witness please state his name and occupation?
Yes, sir, I'm...
Okay, what? This voice is too much even. Okay, what voice did I give him? I forgot.
Something like that.
Yes, sir, I am Officer Mike Meekin, sir. My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir.
You're not here to defend him. It's all good, Phoenix. You just need to save the lady and have natural selection take care of that guy. Great. Now you have two suspects who already confessed to the murder they are
They
assigned.
can't both be guilty.
I don't know. Maybe
There's only one victim.
maybe Goodman had a twin brother.
So you're telling us you are a professional killer?
Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone.
Why is he allowed to have this fucking thing in the fucking...
Oh, it's not the worst thing a character's allowed to have in the courtroom in this game.
I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You have got to believe me, sir.
Actually, that would be that.
I'm, sir, would call part of a younger generation, sir. The person whose actions at all become professional comprehend.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir.
There's a character in one of the prosecutor in one of the much later games, so you'll probably never play it, so I don't mind spoiling this, who has a hawk
Ah.
that presents the evidence for him and attacks Phoenix occasionally, and that's permitted. That's not in this game, though. Come on, you can't have a drink of your juice over something that's not even in this game. I think it's funny. You have to not take this game so seriously.
Officer
Is the
Meekins.
parrot not enough of an indication of this game?
Yes, sir.
Give us your report of the crime. Consider that an order.
Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I'm part of the generation that most be told what to do, sir.
You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm.
I'm not sure if complete doormatting can be called into the enthusiasm. If you are completely void of any autonomy whatsoever. Also, wait. 16, okay. 20. He's my age.
Who's your age?
Like in game, Phoenix, right?
Phoenix's age.
He's Phoenix's age.
He's only like 2 years younger.
Yeah. So basically, he is saying that I also, as in Phoenix. Also, how old are they? Yeah. That Phoenix also is from the same generation that can't function without being told what to do. Also, wait, from when was this game?
The 90s, I think?
Okay. In the 90s, I was not yet 22, so I am not his generation.
No.
Oh, shit. I'm almost her generation. Oh my god, Emma is older than me. If she
I
was
can double check.
If she was 16 in the 90s, Emma is older than me. I was in a very desperate for comments generation.
I mean, we are the supposed to be the instant gratification generation, right? Even though it's more boomers.
On the outskirts of it.
Yeah.
We are thankfully old enough that we are not that we had some time to grow up before this became a thing, but
Yeah.
anyways.
No. Reckoned birth year is 2001.
Hers.
Yes. Okay, so it wasn't in the 90s then.
Her is 2001.
Yep.
She's 16 years younger than him, so his reckoned birth year would be 95.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, still 10 years younger than me, thank goodness. Crime. Oh, God.
Although it's not. Oh yeah, right. That was his voice that I
There you
actually
go.
gave him. I remember. It came back to me kind of automatically. Oh boy.
This is some kind of Rick and Morty voice, I believe. Something. Oh, of course, Meekins, Meeseeks.
I'm kind of giving him the voice of Mr. Meeseeks.
That's a little bit more whiny.
Also, it's not my normal duty. I was assigned to guard the evidence room that I.
Oh, another thing that was out of the norm.
I guess.
Gasp. Demon Grand.
Demon. Jeez.
I got it on my evidence. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life, then I did it.
What is he holding now?
Charm.
Ah, okay. Yeah, okay, didn't recognize it since it's more of a Japanese item that I'm not familiar with.
After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake.
Wake up, you nincompoop!
So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you?
Do unto the others before they do unto you. That's the Meekins family motto, sir.
Wow. That's the motto, alright.
And you joined the police with that motto.
Well, at least this isn't actually America.
Oh, I see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness.
Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
What I need here is more information to work with. Yes, that's why we do the cross-examination and try to get more information out of him. That's literally what we have been doing for far too many cases already. Press! Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not?
Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir.
Yikes. Now there's a scary thought. There is, isn't it? Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed.
I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir.
The Blue Badger?
Yes, sir, the lovely police mascot created by the Chief of Detectives, sir.
It's back! No!
I was to ensure I wasn't broken during the transfer process.
I was too unsure.
We're not yet at my least favorite part of this trial.
Ah. Also, it is broken on the very top, unless this happened during constructing it.
That was my sole mission for the day, sir.
Then how have you been in the security room to see the screens to then rush into the locker room and evidence room?
Oh, I see. Sounds like very important mission.
Wow, if even the judge is making fun of you, you know you are on the bottom of the food chain.
After the award ceremony finished the day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the blood burger into the evidence room.
Okay, now we have that explained.
Oh, that's why you went to the evidence room.
Tell us, why did you see... what did you see when you got there? Okay, that's what we had before.
Hold it!
In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card on,
Precisely, sir. I have one right here on my neck.
So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right?
There it is, I found it. This is the one right there.
Could you please read the number?
Yes, sir. It's 4989596. That's my number, sir.
I see. Huh? But the number 4989596 is shown being used twice. Also, we still don't know what 77777 is. Is it 7 times 7? It's 7 times 7.
Yeah, what a lucky number. Or at least an auspicious one.
I mean, all of them are 7 digits long, so...
Yeah.
Well, definitely not the number of Sergeant Grant. Because it's what B666. Because he's a demon. Please explain, witness.
It's a no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room.
Okay, Miles did his thing when he picked up the evidence. Then he did the relocation thing. Then almost half an hour later, at the time of the murder, on the other location. Oh no, at the time of... This is 3 minutes before Edgeworth parked in the garage, wasn't it? Yeah, so he arrived at the garage... Oh no, actually 2 minutes before then.
Yeah.
But he also needed to park his car, leave, and then the murder to happen.
Yeah.
And the murder was at...
Within an hour and a half of 4 p.m.
So,
But
yeah,
She's
so
witnessed it at a certain time.
yeah, in 20 minutes after that time the murder happened. Okay, so, yeah, then 2 minutes after he should be in a trunk that got parked by a car half an hour over, Bruce or whoever had his card entered, and after that, even though we cannot see it, Meekins followed him shortly after because he saw him on the screen. Okay.
First time. And the second time is when I went to get him after everything settled down.
Oh, I see. So it was during the second time when...
Yes, sir. That was when I spotted the man on the security screen.
Data added to the ID card record. Huzzah! Stop screaming into your fucking microphone, you fool. Only one dull trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. So, you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you?
It was a knife, sir. A knife.
Well, Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you. What happened then?
Well, I was charged into in on him like that. He looked as surprised as I was.
You aren't exactly that kind of person, the kind of person someone would want to run into.
That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arm like an octopus struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand.
Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be...
When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar.
I fought for my life, then I did it. I did what? What exactly do you mean when you say did it?
I know I don't look like the type, and I'm really into kung fu films, sir. This man lets his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him.
You took his knife?
I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man.
Wait, what? No, you don't. This is not how the entire. Also, what are you doing in the chat over there?
What?
What?
Ooh.
Why are you in the chat? I see you.
What?
Phoenix is getting more.
And more stupid. The Maya clone is still annoying. Denim is looking forward to seeing Max suffer, and Max is a very tired dad.
It's true. God, I'm a tired dad. And I don't even have my fur babies yet. I see. He must have been desperate.
The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then the next thing I knew,
Yes?
he punched me right on the face, sir. My face, sir.
Funny how this being punched in the face, leading to him being passed out, only comes up in between the pressing. Another officer smacked me awake, which would probably be Jake. About what time did you regain consciousness?
No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious.
The magical invention of a clock might help. Oh, right. No, it's not alright. Wait, after you wake up, you are like, shit, how long was I out? And you check the time. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. Aha, time of death. There's more denim in the chat.
What? Enigma was asking.
Okay.
I thought he read the intro out, so I just chatted.
Fair.
He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain.
Well, that's nice. It's nice that you recovered, that is.
When I came around, so I made sure to finish my mission, sir.
Your mission?
Yes, sir. The blue badge, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand.
Well, we can all rest easy now.
Oh, I believe we have a very accurate picture of what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remained unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point.
Off with his head, says Wolfie Star.
I see.
Yes, Officer Meekins.
With regards to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my Jason.
Wait, what? That's not how evidence works, or should work.
Chief Gann delivered it to me just this morning, sir.
The chief delivered it?
What is that? Videotape?
Asked like a true millennial. Looking at a videotape. What is that?
But it's the judge. He's anything but a millennial.
He might be a Benjamin Button case. Maybe he actually is a millennial and he just aged backwards.
Or he's a doddering old man.
Or that. Oh, difference between a millennial and doddering old man. Mm-hmm. Try to point out the difference.
Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir.
After this next bit, I'll get us some refills.
Okay. It contains footage from the security room in the evidence room, from security camera in the evidence room.
What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape and was told it had been mistakenly erased.
Well, that's quite a mistake.
I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at.
Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever.
Well then, let's have a look.
Show us a video of you.
Show us a video of you.
Did you get it? I know. Did you get it? Yes.
I got it that time.
It did. Good.
Yes, show us the video.
Show us a video of you murdering the victim.
Oh, please stop using the word murder, sir. It scares me.
A video of a real murder. Just what we are getting ourselves. What are we are getting? So many murder trials. There have been real murders
He's
on the
never witnessed one. He's only talked about them in the hypothetical.
Jesus fucking Christ. Hello there. Aha, the thing has not been broken in yet. So how are I going to the... Oh. Only a trench coat visible.
3D animation.
Mines are blown. Oh, what a conveniently placed flag. And fucking moving camera. What a fucking tease. So okay, he got slashed, he actually made a mess of the code, and there he is passed out. But where's the murder victim? And the thing is now open, yeah. No bloodstains on the things yet.
I'll go get us those refills.
Okay. Where did the body of the alleged victim go? I know it disappeared, but it disappeared earlier than I expected. Also, oh wait, there was a time... Oh no, do I have to watch the video again? There was a timestamp. No, I believe the timestamp was 33? Was it 33?
I don't know.
Oh shit. I live for Edgeworth making that face. The constipation face. Yep, with eyeshadow and everything. That is the face of a man who has not been able to poop for 3 days straight.
Thank you for that visual, Max.
Oh, well, I believe we are all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings staring within us?
What the hell was that wiggling piece of plywood?
Sir, that's the pride of the joy of the entire police criminal affairs department, sir. It's a blue badge, sir.
Why am I not surprised? This isn't going smoothly. Security tape added to the court records. Video from the security camera. Please place in evidence. Shit, man.
Oh, yes, well, anyway, this tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone in the evidence room and some sort of activity did take place.
Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that all right with you, Officer Meekins?
Yes, sir. As you wish, sir.
This is enough cola for a full glass. Do you want me to substitute anything else in there?
What else do we have? Have you already added the vanilla aroma?
Yes.
Oh shit.
I've got my Shorelay stuff. It'll be watered down.
How would cherry juice work in there?
Cherry?
Yeah, like grape juice.
Grape.
It's grape juice.
You can try it. It's your beverage.
Sure.
Grape Coke.
Yes. Nothing can go.
There's cranberry.
Oh!
Do you want to try cranberry?
Sure, pour in cranberry in the Coke with vanilla.
I didn't see
That
how
will
this
not
would
go interesting. Anyways, Mystery Man.
His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprints to do. The locker he opened is unquestionable Detective Goodman's locker, sir, so it must be him. No one else could be have unlocked it.
Wow, really, this was a 3-part test, or 4-part even testimony to just say one and the same thing? Jesus. Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to.
That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have been Detective Goodman. Very well, the defense may begin the cross-examination.
I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. Mystery Man. His face was can't be clearly seen in the video. Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife?
Yes, sir. If you must label people as being seen or not seen, the man's face, I believe I would be classified as a letter.
The letter? But you were standing right in front of him, were you not?
More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you?
Ooh, it has a nice red tinge to it. Looks good. Cheerio. See what happens. Grape Coke works.
You mean cranberry Coke?
Oh, that explains a lot.
We already established this.
We did.
We just forgot.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look on his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see.
Tokyo's finest, or wherever this is taking place. Yep, that's a good trade for a police officer.
And friend Yokio.
Yeah, I think so.
Still, I'm sure it was him. I bet my badge on it.
I mean, it's not worth anything on your chest anyway, so... That's like betting nothing. Heyo. Okay, that's another person. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face.
Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not seen it.
Well, since the face can't be identified on the video, only you can verify it.
Why is everyone looking at me? If I had a label for your stares as disturbing or...
Beacons? What was that? Haven't been shown a questionable video at best. We are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify.
Yes, sir.
You claimed the man who brandished the knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him.
I mean, he opened the locker, which required...
Oh, okay. This is, about these lockers, is there no other way to open them?
No, sir. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. They only respond to a registered fingerprint, sir.
I wonder what kind of methods he tried.
If the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to a registered fingerprint, then he must be the person the locker was assigned to.
Exactly my point, sir. Ian says go.
Locker open the crack of Detective Gotcha's locker. How do you know that information?
I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir.
People in the know? You mean like Grant? Grant, whatever.
The workers in the department cafeteria, sir, they keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir.
For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source.
So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprints.
Must be him. No one else could have unlocked it.
However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face.
Sir, if I may say something, sir.
Please. After all, you are the one being examined.
I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hands that opened the fingerprint lock, and it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough for this, sir.
Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie.
That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it.
Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again.
Wink,
I
wink,
get
nudge,
to
nudge.
speak.
Is there a problem with the security tape? Yes, there is the problem with the security tape. Regarding the video containing this tape... Wait,
VHS or a beta? Looks like VHS.
wait. Before that... Oh shit, this plays it again. Okay, it's
You can
14.
escape, though.
I can. So it's actually at 14, which makes sense because that's the time when he entered. The right day. There he comes walking in. There is no blood here. There is no blood. Is there any blood on that locker behind? No. So he opens it with his hand. Something falls out, which is probably very relevant later on. Meekins comes in. Looks surprisingly like a competent being. Like he actually has less cartoonish part. Okay, then he's... okay, slash, hand, attack. He has not taken the knife as he claimed he did. Now we don't see anything. Now we go back and we found Meekins unconscious against the back wall and no trace of the other person. Locker still wide open. So what could be the issue with the video? Oh shit, it's starting over. No, we're not going to do that. Videoed from the security camera placed in the evidence locker. Found a bloody handprint left on the evidence locker. Fragments at the crime scene. Yeah, what are those? Why they were at the crime scene, but we didn't see anything related to them in the video. This might be the thing that fell out of it? I don't know. Okay, let's see what Phoenix has to say. Now on the vape, there's one thing in... Oh no. There's one thing in this particular...
There's one thing in particular that seems rather strange.
Oh, strange.
This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman.
What? This video contains such a contradiction.
Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal.
Oh, yes, Mr. Andrews.
I propose we have the defense point out to us the alleged contradiction in the video. You would want me to point it out.
Oh, very well. Proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security. Oh, shit. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of.
I just rewatched it. I have no idea. I have to point out a problem in the video. This is the first time I've ever had to do that.
You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing.
Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video.
How did this guy ever become a police officer?
Oh, then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction in the
contradiction to what even? I even have to point at it?
But you can pause.
Then I can also fast forward and backward. Oh, wait, I have an idea. Where do I pause? Oh god, it keeps playing. I can't tell, is he wearing gloves?
Can't tell in this photo. Or still.
Because that would be the thing, if he's wearing gloves, he obviously cannot enter a fingerprint, unless, of course, he has a fingerprint of a different person on the outside of the glove. This is not fast forward, this is slow forward. This is literally the same speed it is. Okay, do we see that he's wearing gloves now? Okay, there's a slash. There's the blood on the coat, what Meekins mentioned. Now he's attacking. How far open was the thing before? Music of Doom.
Yeah, you know why I was twitching when we were watching the.
Okay, it's already
when we first saw the blue band. When we first saw it do its dance to this music, and I was like.
Okay, the thing is already open. We can't really make out if he's wearing gloves because they are very bright. I don't see a contradiction.
Help.
Okay, it also allows me to present. Oh no, to check court records. So present just means I click something and then it will basically be the presenting. Okay. Let's check the fucking court records. No, I was maybe thinking that the blue badger might maybe be. Wait, no. The fingerprint is already there. The damage on the ear is already there. So okay, the blue badger is not the contradiction.
So which statement did you press that triggered all this? It must be him. No one else could have unlocked it.
Yes.
Okay, what would prove that?
Fingerprint?
Alright, let's look at the video again earlier.
Only the assigned detective.
Wait, read the rest of that description.
Oh, I was on the right track. Only the assigned detective's print can unlock it. Indicator lamp might
Lights up.
when it's open. Ah. Okay, now I get it. It's on now.
Well, it's open, so.
Oh, and it was a glove. I actually now saw that it was a glove that fell out of it. I couldn't tell earlier when it was too fast. But here is the guy walking in. And the mofo light is already turned on. What? Jesus, this could have taken a while until I realized that. I was looking at the wrong time completely.
My least favorite part of this whole case is rewatching this video for stuff.
Oh, multiple stuff.
That's why I typed in the chat earlier. If you want to play at home, take a sip every time we rewatch this video.
The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins. Yes, sir. Do you mean me, sir? As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprints. If it's a match... Oh, hello there. The lights turn on and the lock is released.
According to my very limited experience, that's the way to understand it, sir.
Flavor lipstick.
Ah. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture.
It's
Another this. Why are we? Why is it?
Least favorite part of this trial.
Why is it still playing? Make it stop. Why? When the victim reached for the handle to open the locker. Let's rewind to a little. No!
You were whining about the other stuff, but little did you know, there was something much more worth whining about.
Why did you make me play this extra case? The game was officially over.
No, if I had to suffer through it, so do you.
But you're suffering with me again.
Yes, but I can suffer by proxy.
This is like the 2 girls, 1 cup thing that asshole teenagers did to their
I
friends.
wouldn't know, I haven't watched it.
I never watched it too. I never watched it either. But I made people watch it.
Oh, don't worry, Enigma, I have been.
But yeah.
It has never stopped haunting my dreams
Notice
to
the
this day.
Ooh, what's it? It's already lit.
It's getting lit!
Precisely my point, Your
That's-
Honor.
you know, I've already had some things.
Ah. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle.
Order. What's the meaning of this?
It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked.
Oh, I know. I must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert on this.
That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction.
Oh, well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation?
Yes, I do. It's a glove. It's a glove. We don't need to watch it again. It's a glove. Me, Your Honor?
Yes. Why wasn't the lock locked?
Why, me, Your Honor? Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Huh? Oh, maybe something like jammed the system's sensor?
You mean like the glove that I already mentioned?
What?
Something jammed the sensor? Say, there's something else that seems out of place in this video.
Yeah, I thought so too. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage.
Oh, well, let's inspect the video once more. The locker
Once
wasn't
more.
locked. Mr. Wright, please point out the cause for this.
It should not be necessary.
And another sip.
It should not be necessary for me. Oh wait. It should not be necessary for me to as the defense to point out why it didn't engage. It wasn't engaged. The lamp confirmed it. That should be enough. We don't.
But why wasn't it engaged?
It's not necessary for the case. Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier.
And again.
Only
This is-
day 2 of
At
the
least it
trial.
doesn't have the music.
Only day 2.
This is why I don't whine about the rest of this
Oh,
trial.
what's this? Something white fell out of the locker.
But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll great distances and...
Oh, God, thank you, Phoenix, for saving me. We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with.
Oh, what do you mean?
The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door?
When inserted.
No, no, another zip. We literally just watched it. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor.
Yeah, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. Two out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of the patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie gets...
But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit the door.
Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currency, like a rubber glove. I would need to be an insulator.
Well, an insulator. But at the crime scene,
There just might have been something that fits that description.
But, sir, my insulator...
You... Why even write text for him if it flashes off the screen too fast? I think I finally got this figured out. He can even be interrupted by people thinking. That's impressive. He really is the ultimate doormat.
well, with the defense, please present the relevant evidence. Where was this insulator that stuck in the door?
It's a vase. It's a giant ass vase. The vase was stuck in the door and insulated shit. I don't see my live bar on the top, so I could bullshit him. I found this near. Oh, wait. I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove.
Well, but we can't be sure that was the victim's locker.
It has a tag that says SL9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests that. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins?
Sir, it would appear so, sir.
Order! So, are we to believe then that the victim, whom the witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Good?
Okay, here's just one thing that I want to point out with this entire focus of day 2. By day 2, focusing on the quote-unquote murder, which actually nobody has witnessed or seen or whatnot, because Meekins has no proper memory, and the footage actually conveniently did not cover that part. So, currently everything points to the fact that this is not the real Goodman. Which means the real Goodman was actually hidden in the trunk. Which means Lana Skye actually still murdered the real Goodman.
Well,
Just saying, by proving that this Goodman is the false Goodman, and having evidence that puts Lana in this murderous scene at the car where the actual body of Goodman was found, is Lana the actual murderer of Goodman? Just saying.
I mean, that's
She
probably-
also confessed that she murdered Goodman, and unlike most characters, she is competent, so she would probably know who she's murdering.
I mean, it shouldn't be any surprise that ultimately proving his innocence will ultimately redirect suspicion to her.
Yeah, it's like Phoenix Wright. He can't stop himself. I should have thrown Meekins under the bus, shouldn't I? I should have just let it pass, because what is the failure screen in this game? If I would have just let Meekins like not find any contradictions and just let it happen when there was this question like, do you think anything is wrong with the video tape? I should have been like, no, video tape seems fine. Then Meekins would have been killed for murder, because this is how it works in this world.
Apparently.
And for being the official convicted murderer of Goodman, Lana Skye would automatically have been freed. Or innocent. What? If what?
I don't know. This world is awfully convoluted. That seems a little too simple.
You cannot arrest 2 people for the same murder.
Can't you, though? In this world, if you can let a parrot on the stand to testify,
This is just shenanigans in the courtroom, but okay, yeah. Whatever.
Wouldn't everyone want to take the court,
Do not be misled, Your Honor.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
The defense was merely demonstrating that possibility and nothing more. The, quote, victim in this video was indeed Bruce Goodman. Oh, how now? The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. What? Officer Meekins, please testify about this.
Sir, me, sir. I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir.
Excuse me.
Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir.
Is this a joke?
Very well. Begin with your testimony.
Mystery Men 2.
There's one other thing that proves that man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, you must use the ID card. When an ID card is used, it's in the record on it. And at the time of the crime, the detective has used this card.
Actually, the real Goodman was still alive at this point in time, funny enough.
ID card record, I see.
I have ID card record right here, Your Honor. Da-da-da-da. Funny, that the same version that he has still the same gap that mine has. The ID used at 514 is that of the victim.
Oh, just before the crime. Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID.
Because ID cards are genetically imprinted to their dedicated holder and therefore cannot be used by a different person.
Nope.
That is how reality works.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's why credit card theft is not a real thing, because nobody except for the dedicated owner could use a credit card. It's the same
Exactly.
principle.
It's tied to your
Yeah.
blood.
Cards are completely untransferable. It's pretty tight evidence right there.
However, one thing that strikes me as unusual, several hundred cases should have been due for transfer. Why were there so few people using this room?
This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases? Extremely violent cases involving police staff.
Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end.
Me too. Also, I don't make much of it. But
Your hair's all ready.
self-deprecation, yay! There were only a few cases up for transfer there, and most were cleared up by noon.
Right, I see. Now, let us move on to the cross-examination.
Ding, 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 ding. Nothing proves that. Okay. So, unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this one to be rock solid, do you? Wow, wow, Phoenix, throwing shade at the poor slow boy.
Yes, sir. Solid as stone, sir. If my hand wasn't wrapped in a bandage, I'd even give a V for victory sign, sir.
Couldn't he just use his right hand for that?
Let's hear him out fully. As we have seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second.
Wow, wow! Everybody is shitting on him. I mean, rightfully so, but still, Jesus. Being below the judge in the intellectual food chain is quite an achievement. Is that card hanging from your neck one of these ID cards?
Yes, sir. This card right here to my cuff, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it.
But what if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that?
Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck.
Da 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 da.
Or at least put it inside your jacket.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time it's my ID card that gets stuck.
Never mind, he was just doomed.
Yeah. Maybe I should just leave this one alone. At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this.
Well, please proceed with your testimony.
When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. Yes, I know it.
Let it be noted that this is a record the witness refers to.
Well, let me see it. Yes, that would be it, Detective Goodman.
Huh? What's the matter?
According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on it.
Oh, right. We confronted him about it, but the judge hasn't. So it is, Your Honor. I was disturbed by how huge Edgeworth's butt is.
Mommy is going for a murder. Shh, don't stare at him.
Yeah, you've got the wrong color, kid.
It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today.
I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or the consequences. For now, let us continue with the cross-examination.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. It must be so difficult for him.
And now the crime the detective had used is gone.
I love how her dialogue was basically just, I'm here too! Remember me?
As if it was meant for voice acting and they wanted to be give the voice actors a fair share of lines. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you.
Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID card, sir.
Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife.
Huh. Maybe he just panicked?
Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out.
Mr. Wright, what do you think?
I am confused. More than usual.
What?
The problem with the ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this.
You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we've got.
Wait, we've got something? There's another thing that proves. Okay, wait, court record. Investigator card found at the prosecutor's crime scene. Pew 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 pew. Enter evidence room. One must have used the ID card. When the ID card is used, it's in the court record. The crime detective had used his card. I'm not sure if this is strong enough. I mean, I still have a lot of life bar left, so I can just risk it at this point. Ah, goddammit, it was on the complete other end. And what's this, by the way, filled in? No time, never mind. Yeah, I guess the fact that we found it in the other location is the only thing we have. So let's try it. Haha, music dropped. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins.
I'm not good with waiting, sir.
I have the victim's ID card right here. No, this was a piece of paper. I found it at the crime scene.
Well, that makes sense.
The other one. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. You know, the one where everybody has buttons sewn in her, for eyes?
Why
I'm not sure.
Creepy.
I'm not sure how many people got this reference.
I got it and I haven't even seen that movie.
Ah, the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card.
A lost item report. It's only half completed.
But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess, you believe this something to be his ID card, right? I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. There's a but again.
Order! Order! So now, what does this all mean?
It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card.
Order! 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 Does the prosecution have a response?
I have only one thing to say to the defense. Huh? Bravo, Mr. Wright.
Bravo?
Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes. See, up to. Well, yeah, this evidence does not mean that it's not him. It just opens the possibility that it's not him. But it doesn't disprove this being Goodman. That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. That's right. Well, I guess that's right. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? I called it earlier.
What?
I should have just let the video slide and then be like, yep, Meekins did it. Only moments ago you seemed content on pointing our finger around. This isn't going to end well. Well, it seems you have finally realized exactly what you've gone such lengths to prove.
Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth.
The defense has already done an explaining for me. The victim in the video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place. I mean, that we do not know yet. I mean, we are lacking a murder body.
True.
How was it ever declared a murder in the first place? There was a little bit of blood sprinkled around, but there was no murder body. Meekins himself didn't seem to think that he had murdered somebody, because on the very next day he was still cool delivering a report to Edgeworth in Edgeworth's office. So when and how did this ever get declared a murder in the first place? It was an attack, some blood, an attack on an officer without a murder, without a victim. So yeah, why got this ever declared a second crime scene for the same murder?
Warum nicht?
Because
Why
it's...
not?
At the police department 15 on the day of the crime. So the real crime could only have taken place at one location, the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. Yeah, trustworthy witness. Yeah. I mean, we know that there was at least one big fat lie in her testimony, which puts the rest basically into question too. Ah. But again. You missed the edgy Edgeworth butt.
Not what?
The butt. I know the testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning.
Well, the activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the quote victim Officer Meekins encountered, and where did this person disappear to? However, this strike purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman.
Just so, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Lana...
What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Wait to see what happens. One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you are objecting to what you've just proven.
Bye, Wolfie.
Bye-bye. Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? The cross-examination was proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. Yes, continue. It showed the murder. It showed the murder of Officer Meekins. That's what happened.
That was totally necessary.
Yep. However, I cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder at the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demand further investigation into the truth of the matter.
Examination.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
if the court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considers the incident at the police department as Sure, it's unrelated when the when the locker of the victim of the other crime scene is magically opened, as well as his ID card apparently seemed to have been there. Totally unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texan Ranger to the stand.
Mr. Wright, do you mean...
He was thinking. You cannot have heard that. Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness.
What do you have in mind?
Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply.
Oh, very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testified, what is his or her name?
Gant!
If only.
There was no life bar. I could risk it. But there would just be some silly dismissive shenanigans,
I
so...
mean, we only got 7 minutes if you want to drag it out a bit.
Gant!
No, Mr. Wright, I'm not even going to bother asking you why.
I have never seen a more obvious...
I've never started acting in my entire life.
Mr. Wright, don't you remember what you said this morning? You know about your trump card?
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's right. Those bloody fingerprints that found in the evidence room. Now is my chance to bring in him to testify.
Well then, Mr. Wright.
This person who will testify. Probably the same dialogue if I do it again.
Probably.
Officer Jake Marshall.
Ta-da!
Why him? I can't let an actress know everything just yet. Why not? You're going to have this cross-examination right away, don't you?
Yeah, let him find out then.
He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to this defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare.
Well, the court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed.
Ah, yeah, Leva knows where it's at.
Actress just leaves it.
Teases Phoenix to make him angry. That way he'll be more pleased with the results of Phoenix's thanks.
Oh my.
Well, the prosecution will prepare the witness during this time.
We will, Your Honor.
The court is now in recess.
I guess we can do the recess and then...
These courtroom shenanigans are just foreplay for those two.
Very true. Hey, you're allowed to talk again.
Yay!
Or not.
There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What do you mean?
You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out.
I haven't figured anything out.
Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Emma, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me?
I hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, I guess I am. I'll come back later then.
Bye, Gumshoe.
Wow, he was really just there to... Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? Ah, okay, he still does have an extra. We've got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around Wright on duty, and to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals.
Sorry, Detective.
You better be, pal. What?
Hey.
That's on
Hey.
me. I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky.
That's what he was saying.
Ah.
Hey.
Yeah, okay.
That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked?
No, no. You mean this?
My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request.
My name? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SL9 incident?
But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them.
I can't believe you, I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case. Miss Sky was a witness?
Dun 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 dun.
Files on the Joe Dark.
It's a thinly veiled...
Darky.
Dark.
Darky.
Silent E.
Darky. The Joe Darky killings. Solved 2 years ago.
Oh, I don't think we'll get the totality this time. But yes, there will definitely, unfortunately, be more tape playing and carousel music.
Yeah. Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders. Oh, what? Now that I've brought you the stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? Emma? But why? Why is your name in here?
What? My name's in there? I don't know, unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana, this SL9 incident, is that...
The murder of their parents!
That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings.
You mean Darky killings?
The Joe Dark... No, Lana.
Yep, it's their parents.
That's over with. No!
Emma, wait! She ran away. Just like her clone that I got rid of at the end of last case. Finally, freedom. My life is better again.
But no, it's not her.
Oh. You know what? I just remembered I gotta be somewhere. Sorry pal, but I'm out of here. Jake Marshall, Angel Star, Demon Gant, Miles Edgeworth.
Now you're just doing it on purpose.
What?
Saying his name wrong.
Oh, Demon. Not a mention of Lana and Emma.
Not to mention.
Not to mention Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence.
Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck.
I'd better take a good look at this file. To be continued.
Convenient timing.
It is. And for once, yes, I want to save my progress. I save it right here. I overwrite this, yes.
Yes.
Oh boy, what a timing. And I guess...
It's a timing, though.
Oh no, I can't, no, let me, stop it. No, I can't stop it. Okay, here we go. There's the butt again. Look at the butt.
I missed it.
Ah, finally. Okay. No, where's the title screen? J. Yes. Well, then.
No, it will not be the end. I don't think so. We might get close. Unless we might get close. We'll see. We'll see how much progress
Don't
we make.
tease me like that. Don't tease me like that.
Said it was a long trial.
But yeah, everybody, this was the newest installment in Gaming and Ties. Ace of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, the extra trial on the last and the first game of the series. Well, we made progress for sure, but we are not there.
Chug your cola like that, you won't be able to get to sleep.
It's true. But yeah,
Yeah, that's a good sign.
until then, everybody, bye bye.
Bye.